When somebody has a microphone in their hand, people listen. How can we make sure that this theater is having the greatest impact? Pass the Mic is one of the ways that we can do that.
This series aims to provide a platform for musicians from marginalized communities to share their powerful stories, experiences, and struggles in the hopes of sparking meaningful dialogue and inspiring positive change. In today's episode of Pass the Mic, Creating a Stage for Change, we'll hear from 4 Black creators that span across generations and genres. Watch as they take the Tennessee Theater stage and explore what it means to be the embodiment of their ancestors' wildest dreams. Thank you guys so much for joining us today at Tennessee Theater for our Pass the Mic series. We're so excited to learn more about all of you and each of your stories and talk about a theme in the Black community, which is our ancestors' wildest dreams and how we are all living those and looking forward to making more of those happen. So let's get to know you guys a little bit first. Joy, tell us a little bit about your background and what you do now.
Yeah, I am sort of a weird kid from Arizona. My parents are Nigerian immigrants who came in the 80s, and I'm like first generation. And now I live in Nashville. I don't know, I make records in my attic, and I think I've always used songwriting as a way to process my feelings and then sort of communicate them with other people. And it's really interesting. I never expected to be a musician. I just sort of started it as a way to like heal and to cope and to also find language for all my differences from the people around me.
My name is Shayla McDaniel, singer-songwriter, producer, mental health advocate, and I make guitar-driven alt-pop, and music has opened so many doors, and I'm so glad to be sharing the stage with y'all today.
I'm Brandy Augustus. I work at Highlander Research and Education Center, which is the nation's oldest social justice nonprofit organization. I am also the interim co-executive director of the Appalachian Community Fund, which is a local philanthropy organization here in Knoxville. And I'm also a stand-up comedian.
I go by W. James Taylor. Grew up in Knoxville, Lonsdale Home, North Knoxville. It was a different time. It was during segregation. I came back to Knoxville in 2010. I left in 79, came back in 2010 after I retired. At that time, I was on the city police department here, KPD. And then for a few years later, I resigned because I wanted to dedicate my life to art. Started working in the art world. I became what they call a industry expert. I worked for Art Expo in Miami, New York. Now I have a gallery here on Gay Street. My whole life now is to show about the Black race and all this powerful and wonderful things that we have done for the United States and the world. And my art is world class. I mean, I can say that because I see it. My art, what it's done for me. And never did go to art school or anything. But if you really want to make it, you gotta know you bad, you good, you know? You gotta know that you're as good as the next person. God has helped me, and to be here on this stage with these young people, man, it's a testament that you wait, be patient, and be persistent, and you can accomplish anything in life. My art is it's a real deal, man. It's because my mama, Geneva, told me I was gonna be an artist. She said, you're gonna be a famous artist, baby. And I believed her. So that's why it's important as adults and parents, always shower your children with all kind of positive love. Because you may not think they're hearing you, but they hear you. They hear everything. They absorb it. So I'm gonna do another song here called I Am Amazed. It was by a guy named John Ballack, and he died at a very early age with Alzheimer's. He just went away, man. And we would sit and he played this song for me. And I vowed that I would sing this song because he sang it in Washington, D.C. at Amnesty International. And this song is called I Am Amazed.
Everyone starts out as a child, and they don't know of evil wars or of violence. Yet some imprint on them their own hatreds and suspicions, and they learn less of their likenesses and more of their differences. I am amazed by the things I don't know. In and out of spaces they go. Open your eyes, just say no, shine your light, Lord, on the darkness, and make it go away, and make it go away, yes, make it go away, make it go away, my love. Now some people are imprisoned for all the right reasons. Others get caught up in political treason, and the words used against them. Some may never see home, standing up for freedom and justice, or someone they might have known. I am so amazed by the things I don't know. In and out of spaces they are flowing. Open your eyes, just say no, shine your light, oh, on the darkness, and make it go away, and make it go away, make it go, make it go away. Yes, love. Well, I say, what can I do? I'm only one person, and standing up for freedom and justice, the outcome is quite uncertain. So we flooded them with letters, and we drowned them in their own shame. Now somewhere a prison door opens without any blame. Oh, I am amazed by the things I don't know. In and out of spaces they go. Open your eyes, just say no, Lord, and shine your light, oh, on the darkness, make it go away, and make it go away, make it go away, Lord, make it go away. Oh, it's cold. I like it.
So, why don't you guys tell me what the phrase ancestors' wildest dreams means to you?
When I think about my ancestors and like wildest dreams or whatever, it's thinking about when they existed and how they had to operate, and then thinking to now, and really what I do best is get on stage and like really talk bad about white people. And like honestly, my ancestors were not allowed to do that. They weren't even allowed to like, you know, advocate for their own autonomy. And for me to be like, you know, white people, y'all really got some stuff to work on. Like y'all really out here wilding, and y'all need to rein it back a little bit. And just to be able to be free and say that and not having like fear of persecution from that. And my ancestors did not live that way. Because I feel like the only way that we're going to get what we need as a people is actually by talking about it, by saying it.
I think, to me, I think every generation of people has like political or social or cultural limitations put on it by the fact that humans are a little dumb. And so like my parents had dreams for me and my siblings, and that's why they left their home country that wasn't stable enough to fulfill those dreams to come to America and like have us try something different. And I think to me, it means breaking barriers imposed by the world around you so that not just you can have a better life or a brighter future, but so that people further down the line from you can.
I really do like it here. My parents are immigrants, so I understand mathematically that America is the tits on some levels. But it's also not always the greatest for people who are different. And I think that is sort of the point of all the noise that those people on the TV are making, is that some people are uncomfortable, some people are hungry or afraid. And I wrote this song called I See America, so white dudes on the internet could say F you to me on YouTube. Just kidding. I wrote it because the George Floyd protests were happening and I was so sad I couldn't breathe. I don't know, some other people get to do this because they want to be famous. I did it as a method of survival. And I See America was born out of this just guttural, I am just like you. And I deserve the same love and care and protection that you all do. And like we all have that we're struggling with. We need health insurance, and living wages. Like it's hard for all of us. And this song is about that. Yeah. I saw God out on the block today. He was darker than the preacher say, with the teardrop tattooed on his face and dirt in his fingers. I heard angels when he laughed the way the people do when they've known true pain. And for his sins I don't know who's to blame. What choice was he given in this world that we're living? When I see you, I see life, I see America. I feel your pain, I share your blood, I see America. Oh, 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 oh. Say your mother knows a different time. She lets her tongue slip with a glass of wine and says some things out loud that don't feel right, but you always forgive her. Don't you see the world is changing now? The blood of the fallen cries out from the ground. Violence and rumors in a southern town will start with a whisper, and so does the difference. When I see you, I see love, I see America. I feel your pain, I share your blood, I see America. When I see you, I see love, I see America. I feel your pain, I share your blood, I see America. Oh, I see you, I see love, I see you, I see love, I see you, I see love, I see you, I see love. When I see you, I see love, I see America. I feel your pain, I share your blood. I see America. Thank you.
What do you remember your mother talking about when you guys would talk about your future?
My daddy and my mama really was my inspiration. My father told me, you know, singing with a gospel group, he had the Royal Travelers in Knoxville, Tennessee, so I sang gospel with him. And my mama was just a great mother who said I was going to be a great artist. And it came true. So it's very important what you tell a child. She told me that, and then she passed away at age 55. In 1964, Knoxville College marched on the Tennessee Theater so we would be, for black people could come in. At that time, I worked here as a porter, sweeping up popcorn, had a little white jacket, we had a uniform. Put on your white jacket. The guy that used to wear, and I had my white jacket on, but there was another guy that worked here that had on a black tie, white shirt, and black pants. And he was the one that gave me my orders to do things. He said, and they were marching outside, and he said, well, you need to go out there and sweep up around where they're marching. Woo, that struck a chord, and I quit. I said, here, take this white jacket, I'm done. And I went out there and started marching with them. But check this out. I was so young, I was so afraid. Then the police came, and I ran all the way back to Lonsdale Homes without stopping because I didn't want to get caught. I didn't know what mom and daddy was going to say to me if I'm on the news. And Tennessee Theater was beautiful. It was just always a beautiful place. But I didn't come back after the Knoxville College march on the theater until 50 years later. Now we could come in. You know, I'm marching, we came in to sit down, and I was just overwhelmed by that. And nobody would really understand it because I'd said I was never go in here again. And now I'm doing a podcast for the Tennessee Theater about my experience. And it's like, it's a full circle, baby. That just lets you know persistence is the thing. You got to keep going, but never give up on your dreams. And that's my experience with this. And in the 60s was kind of hard, but things have changed here in Knoxville. And it really has. Maybe incremental, but it has changed. And it's getting better, And so yes, I think I'm exactly where my mom and dad envisioned and what they wanted for Knoxville.
Being here tonight is like a full circle. I started out at the Tennessee Theater working as a porter, age 16, wearing a little white jacket and sweeping up the popcorn. But I was 16 years old at that time. I'm now 74, and I'm back on at the Tennessee Theater, but it's pretty cool. From porter, God has blessed me, man. And I give all grace, I give all honor to God, really, I do. And I've had some, everything I've done in my life, I've had a lot of people help me. Nothing is done alone. And my father and my mother have been my greatest inspiration. So I like to do this song, While You're Living. So say what you want to say while you're living, Lord, and do what you want to do while you're living. Whoa. And you better go where you want to go while you're living, Lord, yes. life what you want to give while you're living. Oh, Lord knows there's no place to run when the time comes, or do the things you should have done, Lord, while you're living. While you're living this yard. And do you remember when you were young? I do. For me it was Texas woods, me and Marvin, Lord, just having fun. Then all my friends, Lord, oh, some left us at 18, Vietnam. It was the finest hour Lonsdale ever seen. David Whitman, 'cause there's no place to run when the time comes, Lord, or do the things you should have done, Lord, while you're living. While you're living, yes, son. So do what you wanna do while you're living, Lord, and say what you wanna say while you're living. Whoa. And you better go where you wanna go while you're living, Lord, and give of your life what you wanna give while you're living. Whoa. 'Cause there's no place to run when the time comes, or do the things you should have done, Lord, while you're living. While you're living, Lord, while you're living.
I think part of the reason why it was so hard and why we call it wildest dreams is because our ancestors, and even now, there's so much existence in survival mode, and so it's hard to think past your basic needs. How do you guys push past that dichotomy of it being difficult to exist as who you are, but also wanting to do things that defy the odds?
I just get into my art and music. That's what carries me. Being able to be in that solitude with that. I was telling you that, yeah, when I'm painting, it's a whole different world. When I'm playing my acoustic guitar and it's up against my body and I feel everything, that's assuring to me. So, yeah, I get through everything with my gifts that God has given me. That's how I get through.
I think for me, finding routines or things, I have a lot of anxiety, I have some trauma, and just life is hard for anybody, even if nothing has happened to you, every day is difficult. And so I think for me, finding the things that really just allow me to step into my full soul and brain and body and not hear all the extra noise, I think is a big deal. And sometimes that's cannabis, you know, and sometimes it's stretching. Like a weirdo, I was like doing downward facing dog in my dressing room just before this because I know it grounds me. And I think that it's important to like not just find the sort of like creative, artistic, and beautiful things that really help us process, but just to like, I don't know, if it makes you happy to make pancakes and listen to Aretha Franklin on Saturday mornings, then like make it a priority, because I think that like it takes us out of survival mode and just into like pure delight and joy, you know, and I think that we deserve that.
What does it feel like when you're like on the stage at Red Rocks and you look out and you see all of these people responding to your music, which is just you kind of like healing yourself, right?
I think for me, the music has always been a vehicle of dealing with my actual life, even when I'm playing live. And I try to write in a way that allows me to process and to feel and be vulnerable, even like months or years after I've written something, like to keep it sort of open-ended and ever evolving so that I can be like, what does it mean to like try to be better every day to day and chase the sun? What does it mean to like deal with my like weaknesses and like turn them into something beautiful? And I play some songs with the full band, and then I take like 15 to 20 minutes in the middle of the set and I don't plan anything. I just play music. And I think that for me, being able to love what I do is honestly my edge in the music industry right now. Like, all my friends are tired and cranky, but I'm like, I love the guitar, you know? Again, it's like that little bite of joy. It's that blueberry pancake. It's that being able to say, like, you know, I play 100 concerts a year, and on Saturday I still went to a concert because it made me happy.
My favorite thing in the world is to just play guitar alone, and every moment that I get to do it is cool. So I hope that this has been fun and enlightening for you. I will now play you a song that I wrote when I was my most depressed as an adult as a reward for your endurance. I sat at my piano and sang the chorus of this for I think about 3 hours before I was able to even like say or think about anything else. Because I'm one of, I don't know, those people that get sad, and I think they're all around us, and I'm kind of vocal about it because I just want other people like me to know that they're not alone. And so I wrote this song somehow about the cyclical nature of life, and I'm gonna play it for you now. Oh, ooh. There's this place in my hometown, silent, secret, sacred ground, where I used to run away, where I learned to smoke and pray. It felt magic being there in the lonely desert air. Had hard times being a kid, but somehow even back then I knew what goes up comes down, and if you stick around, life can change with the weather. Oh, somehow things just get better. Somehow. Do you ever feel inside like nothing you do can go right? Well, I've heard that voice in my head, and sometimes it can't get the best of me. When that demons go unchecked and everything feels like a mess, I find a quiet space in my chest, and I'm breathing. I know what goes up comes down, and if you stick around, life can change with the weather. Oh, somehow things just get better. I know how bad it can feel. Oh, spinning on a wheel. Life can change with the weather. Oh, somehow things just get better. Somehow. Oh, you're losing your mind, 'cause your friends don't care. And you're out of breath, you've been running uphill, no one carried you there. I know things can get ugly, messed up and unfair, and I know there are brighter days out there. I know what goes up comes down, and if you stick around, life can change with the weather. Oh, somehow things can get better. I know how bad it can feel. Oh, spinning on a wheel. Life can change with the weather. Oh, somehow things just get better. Somehow. Somehow. Thanks.
What part of your life right now, if anything, feels like a dream come true to you?
Well, I am a first-generation homeowner, and that it's a big deal because I grew up housing insecure, like literally going to homeless shelters, like living in fear every day that we were going to either be evicted or like put out of a place for whatever reason. And now the fact that I have like a secure domicile for my children to stay, like they won't ever have to worry about that. I'm like, it's a flex, but it's also my biggest accomplishment. And I'm thankful for that.
So like 2012-ish, 2014-ish, in that era, I was like, oh, I've been writing a ton of songs, doing open mics, but I'm not ready yet. And then I saw this band of sisters called Joseph at a house show, and they were doing this huge like North American tour that they booked themselves. I'm like, oh my God, that's so sick. And I was like, dang, they can sing, these harmonies are tight. And so like, let's see where they're going. I'm like, oh crap, they're coming to Knoxville. And then I got to talk to the band because it was a house show, and they were just the nicest people. But I remember telling Natalie, it's like, this is so cool how you guys are doing this. Like, I would want to do something like this one day, and I want to be like y'all when I grow up. She was like, what are you waiting for? We're just playing people's houses and backyards. And now they're like selling out shows like all over America. And now I'm here at the Tennessee Theater, and it's just a testament to like Mr. James said, stick with it. It's just dreams come true. I remember writing my goals list. It's like, by this year, play here. By this year, play here. COVID kind of shifted some things, but I'm still on track, thank God. But definitely my music career is the thing that's the thing.
Ooh, I want someone I can depend on, like the kick on the ones and threes. I want somebody for the long run, somebody who won't walk out on me, somebody I can trust with the things that mean the most to me, somebody I can trust to stand up and stand by me. Could it be you? Depends on, like 4 legs on a chair. I want someone I can believe in, somebody who's always gonna be there, somebody I can trust with the things that mean the most to me, somebody I can trust to stand up and stand by me. Could it be you? You, could it be you? You, trusted before, something I don't do so easily anymore. I got burned and I learned to go it alone. I got burned, I got scared, 'cause I'm not that strong. I want someone I can depend on. Like my heart keeps the beat, somebody I can really lean on. Like my crutches after knee surgery, somebody I can trust with the things that mean the most to me. Somebody I can trust to stand up and stand by me. Could it be you? You, could it be you? You.
Who are some people that you guys witnessed kind of defy the odds and achieve those dreams that you felt like maybe kind of gave you permission to go and chase your dreams?
Obama. For me, it was President Obama. And he did it twice, so it made it nice. And he's just an honorable man to me. I mean, political things are just so absurd to me. The divisions in our country because of, I don't see how people don't not see it stupid, but it's just something, man. And when Obama became president, it made me feel, okay, give an example. When I would do talking to kids before Obama was the president, and I'm have a group of little children, and I'd say, I never said one day you could be president. I just never believed that. But after he became president, that's definitely in my voice now. You can be president, you know, and it's something that they can achieve. For a black man in America to be president, wow, that was deep.
Lift every voice, oh, and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring out loud with sweet harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise as high as the listening skies. Let it resound as loud as the rolling sea. One more time. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the sweet, sweet sound, Lord, of liberty. And let our rejoicing rise as high as the listening skies. Let it resound as loud as a rolling sea. Then sing a song full of the faith the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the faith that the present has for us. Facing the rising sun of a new day, oh yes, it has begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Joy, tell me a little bit about what you hope for the future. What are your dreams for the next generation?
I think for me, not always, you know, I still get stopped on the way to like open an arena show. But I think there are some things that my work, privileges that my work has brought me because people don't maybe see me the way they would see any other Black queer person that they encounter every day. And my hope is that in the future, like people like me don't have to be rock stars to be accepted or to like plow a path of acceptance for other people. You know, I think they should just be able to walk into their classroom or their church or their, you know, grocery store, and as long as they're not hurting anybody, not get hurt. I love knowing how hard people were sweating the day I put out a duet with Chris Stapleton. You know what I mean? I just waltzed in passionate about making music that helps people with life. Being able to just say like, this is me, this is how it is, this is how you're gonna experience it, and you're gonna have to watch your favorite country artists. I collect white boys like infinity stones. Like, you are gonna have to like really like make peace with the fact that like someone you maybe didn't always want to associate or believe in like is just making art that is in the same lane of the things that you love. And it's cool because I also think that it honors my ancestors' involvement in those genres. To say like, I'm gonna sing a song with Chris Stapleton and like match the energy. I did it all as like, you know, just this, probably in the same outfit, you know? Like, I think that's a real blessing, and I hope that it inspires like, you know, the kids that felt as lonely as I did, that like, oh, I could just sort of do that.
This is a song that I put out with Chris Stapleton. He's like a cowboy, tall white dude, but he sounds like, I don't know, Al Green or something. I wrote this song about my parents. They've been in love forever, and I wanted to apologize for not being a doctor by getting someone famous to sing it with me, and so that's why I did it. Yeah, I don't know. I was really unexceptional when I was your age, and so I just like come to places like this to say you could really be anything, because if I can do it, you could definitely do it probably twice as better. And honestly, that's the only reason I stopped playing Spider-Man to come here today, is to say that you have great power and great responsibility. Anyway, here's Sweet Symphony. I get weak whenever you're around. I let my walls down, lay my weapons on the floor. Fight. Every day I used to fight and dream of real love at night. Well, it's reality now. Loving you's a sweet symphony that all of heaven and earth join to sing, and my heart trembles at the sound. Even if the world that we build falls at our feet, we're still right where we're supposed to be, together through ups and the downs, the dungeons and ivory towers. Wrong, we'll get things wrong, but as long as we keep every promise we make, we'll stay whole. And I know there'll be heavy days, but in every mistake there's a lesson to learn. So stay here with me. Loving you's a sweet, oh, sweet symphony that all of heaven and earth join to sing, and my heart trembles at the sound. Even if the world that we build falls at our feet, we're still right where we're supposed to be, together through ups and the downs,
is too deep. Oh, let me be your comfort, darling. Wherever this road leads, loving is a sweet, sweet symphony that all of heaven and earth join to sing, and my heart trembles at the sound. Even if the world falls at our feet, we're still right where we're supposed to be, together through ups and the downs, the dungeons and ivory towers. Thank you.
What do you guys think that your parents' vision for you guys was as an adult, and do you feel like your vision matched what your parents wanted?
I think with the certain layer of my parents, you know, coming from a different place, I think that some of the things that you hear about immigrant families, like it rang true of like they wanted me to have a good education. They definitely wanted me to be a doctor, but I'm just too much of a goofball, you know? And I also think that so much of that was rooted in we want our children to be healthy and happy. And so many of the decisions that they made were motivated by my future and my safety even before I existed. And so I think when we weren't on the same page of what my future was supposed to look like, I tried to keep that in front of me of like, they just want to know that you're okay. They just want to know that you're doing something that you believe in and that you're surrounded by people who will take care of you and that you're taking care of yourself. I've been trying to show them like, hey, I love this work and it is not what you expected, but I'm having a good time. There are people who will take care of me. And I think that sort of showing them that the heart of what we want for me is the same has helped bridge some of the gaps of the ideas that they had of who I should be and how I should operate in this world.
We're in really weird times, right? You know, there's lots of stuff going on, and everybody wants you to have a very loud opinion. But I don't know, if someone is hungry, the other day, I had a cool conversation with someone I helped out, and I'm 100% sure that we were on the opposite side of every ideological spectrum on the planet. But he liked my truck, so he's the best friend I've ever had. We're all hungry and tired and scared, and I think that in the midst of us figuring out how to make this world more comfortable for each other, that we could offer a little more kindness and a little more grace for nuance and openness and learning before you run your mouth on the internet. I wrote this song called Somebody Like Me as a challenge, to say, if you ran into a black gay person at the grocery store, would you be brave enough to stand behind the things you say on the internet? I have millions of people who know who I am now for some reason, and I'm trying to actually take care of them. And I feel like a dumb all the time, all the time. I've had one of the worst years of my life. And I feel like an idiot all the time. And I keep giving myself and singing these songs, hoping that people will treat me a little different. And I still get stopped on the way into shows that I'm headlining, and I still run into your faves, the people that you stream all the time, and they're mean to me. But I still do it because of you, because of people like you. I love these rooms, and I love playing this music. And I wrote this song as a reminder that I'm human too. And you can't talk to me however you want just because you bought the record. Even when I do my best, feels like it doesn't matter. Feels like it doesn't matter. I've watched even my best intentions turn into disaster. Everything goes backwards. I've searched the rubble of all my decisions, learned to say sorry for the things I do, though I don't want to. Some days it feels so hard to get better, and I've never been as honest as I want to be when I need help through. Can anybody say a prayer? Can anybody light a candle for somebody like me? Ooh, it's the least that God could do, forgiving more than he could handle to somebody like me. Somebody like me. Ooh, 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 ooh. Somebody like me. Ooh, 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 ooh. I've watched all my rivers run dry over and over, over and over. Now I know that's no way to get by. Can't keep on fixing the things I haven't broken. I've searched the rubble of all my decisions, learned to say sorry for the things I do, though I don't want to. Some days it feels so hard to get better, and I've never been as honest as I want to be, 'cause I need help through. Can anybody say a prayer? Can anybody light a candle for somebody like me? Ooh, it's the least that God could do, forgiving more than he could handle to somebody like me. Ooh, somebody like me. Ooh, 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 ooh. Somebody like me. Ooh, 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 ooh. Somebody like me ain't perfect. Somebody like me needs care. In the moment I'm heavy and hurting, can anybody meet me there? Somebody like me ain't perfect. Somebody like me needs care. In the moment I'm heavy and hurting, can anybody meet me there? Somebody like me ain't perfect. Somebody like me needs care. In the moment I'm heavy and hurting, can anybody meet me there? Oh, oh, oh. In the moment I'm heavy and hurting, hurting, hurting. Can anybody say a prayer? Can anybody light a candle for somebody like me? It's the least that God could do, forgiving more than he could handle to somebody like me. Ooh, somebody like me. Thank you so much, Knoxville. I hope to be back soon. Maybe I'll bring some friends next time, but I really appreciate you listening and your kindness.